So you were down there with your sister?
Yeah, Martha.
Yeah,
we were at the point as in, and now what?
Yeah. So now what?
So I guess you'll be doing this. Is there any way I can contact you? Maybe if I found something out, I can relay the information and vice versa, maybe.
She kind of looks at you. She says, "Yeah, I may have something." She grabs a piece of paper, rips it into two, and gives one half to you.
Alright.
She says, "You can write continuously on this piece of paper. When you're done, you fold it up. If it's folded, it'll return to its other half. In this case, it'll return to this half. I can do exactly the same."
Alright. So basically a way to tell each other where we could meet. That would be the best method, otherwise
Yeah, I agree.
we will never be able to contact each other once one of us writes something.
One more thing.
Yes?
If you ever see Father, don't tell him. Don't tell him that we met. Don't tell him that you were here, or I were here, or anything else.
I don't think he wants to talk to me anyway.
Even so, I want to be certain.
Yeah, no problem. You know me.
Yeah.
Very good with secrets.
Yeah. A little.
Did I roll a persuasion?
Sure.
Like I said, very good with secrets.
She seems persuade. Funnily enough.
Oh, it's your skill.
She then takes one quick look around the area, kind of shrugs, and she starts running into one of the hallways down there.
I guess I'll sneakily sneak out the other way.
Alright. Roll for sneak again. Move back.
28.
Oh. Alright. How are you going to enter the door?
Same way like last time.
Alright, then another acrobatics roll.
20.
Yeah, you manage very well. Just get out of there, and you move out into the city streets.
Do I know any other thieves' places where I can sell stuff? Or
You have only seen this one in this city. You haven't really spent much time with them.
I thought I had 2 contacts, since the first one I just used before I was known in the Thieves Guild, and then I also had another place that was the actual Thieves Guild.
You still have one or at least to your knowledge, you still have one contact left. You could check there.
I wanna check there.
So
if the door is also like broken or something suspicious, I won't go in.
Remember that weird little store you were where you got most of your now magic swords?
Yeah.
That's basically the place.
Alright.
And you arrived there, I think it was in Yumera. I'm not certain anymore.
Yeah, I think so too.
Anyone else? Anything to add to that? Guys?
No.
Oh, no.
You think it was in Yumera, or?
I'm pretty sure it was in Himera, since most of those things happened in Himera.
What specifically? I wasn't really paying attention.
There was a store. Yeah, figured. There was a store where you bought a couple of items.
Where we bought those
The,
ice
magic
rapiers, right?
Yeah, the magic swords mostly.
Yeah,
I want to say that was in Amida.
Then you have
Amida?
Yeah, then you have another point over here where you can grab a couple, or could possibly sell a couple of items.
I think it was in Abdera, maybe.
That's also possible. It's not Himera.
Okay.
No, it wasn't in Himera. I'm fairly certain that it was the time when we came to Amida and we rested for quite a bit of time, I think. Or the first time we reached Amida, something like that.
Okay.
Because I want to remember visiting Auntie right around that time too. So.
Alright. So not
yeah.
here? Okay,
There is one small place where you can go to. Yeah, and you move your way there. The door seems fine.
Alright, I'll just... If there's nothing suspicious, I'll just go in.
You enter the store. You see an older man sitting there. It's a little bit of a darkened store. It's not a store where a lot of people go to, really.
Or it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a lot of people go there. Just welcome to my store. Not much, but it's mine.
Alright, I'll go to the guy and I'll say, like, do you have any information about that other place that seemed to get raided?
What other place do you mean?
Do I know that he knows about that place? Or is he like...
He could know about that place. There's a possibility. But right now, you're just someone who walked into a store.
It's
okay.
It's not like.
It's not a thief store or something.
No, but it's not like if you tell him about it, it's not like that place is gonna get ratted out. There's no one there.
That's true. Yeah, I'll just ask him about the place. See if he knows something.
Make a perception check.
Perception?
Yeah, advantage.
$11.
So you kind of look at him and you can see his hand move in a couple of gestures that you know to be thieves' cant. And they are very quick. The basic question is, do you speak this?
I sign him back, yes.
He says, well, next time start off with that, please.
Sorry,
He almost gave me a heart attack. He calms down a bit. You can actually see now that he wasn't calm. He calms down a bit. He says, I have no more information about that if you're asking for it. I just know that it happened.
Do you know when it happened, though?
This happened yesterday. Yesterday.
Okay, yesterday you got the news, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I got the news yesterday during the day, so perhaps it was during that night that it happened.
Alright. To my other stuff, I have a couple of items that I want to know the value of.
Alright.
I have 3 gemstones, and vampire blood, and a Emmy mug. Was Emmy mug, right?
Any mug, yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna sell that?
No, I just want to know its value.
Okay.
He says, vampire blood, I won't touch at all.
Okay, you know anyone who is interested in vampire blood, who has that kind of thing for it?
I don't, and right now I don't have any sources that I can ask, really.
Alright, no problem. How about this Emmy mug? Do you know its value of it?
I know what it does, for certain. These things don't necessarily have a value. They are highly sought after by dwarven people, and more importantly by like dwarven collectors or military, like dwarf people with money. And usually we just what you do is you make contact with one of these dwarves who is interested in buying this mug, and then you come to a price yourself.
Oh, alright. And I also have some gemstones.
You should know
Did
those
you
are
give-
worth 50 pound. You should know those are for 50
Oh,
a
those
pop.
are just general, normal gemstones?
Yeah.
Yeah. If there are those gemstones from the tower, then yes. Which you
Alright, then I'll just sell them. I have no use for them, so
Yeah.
he wants to buy them.
he buys it, no problem, no questions.
So 150 gold?
Yes.
He won't buy them for 150 or for 50 apiece. He will buy them for 45 apiece, no questions asked.
Sure. No question asked.
Okay.
I'll
That's
have to calculate.
that's his usual way, you know. And any problems that may arise from them, he won't tie them back to you. That's just his part of the risk he takes.
Alright, not that it should be a problem for him.
No, but That's how they operate.
Yeah.
So that's 135.
Yeah.
And after that, nothing.
See. No, not much. No.
Okay.
That would be it.
So you complete your business.
Oh right, I still have this carved statue, but does he look like the guy who would know about carved statues?
You should probably, if you're really interested in it, you would go to someone who can identify it.
Yeah, true.
If you,
I'm just
if
gonna
you
look
think
for
it's
someone
magical.
else. Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
let's
just gonna go to the maybe to a magic shop. Just pay that 5 gold.
Alright, you make your way to a magic shop. Pay the 5 gold.
Sure.
Subtract it. He does a little bit of yeah, he does the spell basically. And he says, well, I understand why you are why you think it is a magical item, because there is indeed magical energies, but it's just that, it's just magical energies. There is no purpose whatsoever. I think this statue has just been close to a high magical source for a very long time, and it's just seeped in.
Alright, so
Give it a couple of days and it's gone.
alright, then kinda what I expected. Alright, I don't think he knows anything about historic values of statues.
Not really, no.
I'm just gonna
That's-
go to... Are there like historians?
In the library there might be historians.
I'm just gonna quickly check the library, maybe someone could.
Or you can go to an antique shop, of course. Those have historians
yeah,
as well.
that should be a quicker option. So I'm just gonna try that.
Alright, you go to a little antique shop somewhere in town. You show the statue. They say, "Oh, this is a fairly interesting little thing." They tell you a little bit about the soldier's armor, that it's from this area, but it's an older statue. He says it could be around 100, 150 years ago that this thing was made. It was usually made by like the soldiers for when they returned home for the sons, that sort of thing. He says that it's pretty decently made. He says he could sell it to someone who's interested.
And what would that price range be?
He says that he'll buy it from you for 20 gold.
I think I'll keep it on me then for maybe next time.
He then kind of shrugs and says, "Suit yourself, you know what it's worth."
Yeah, thanks. Well, that will be it for the day. I might steal some stuff if I see anything
You
along the
don't.
way.
You're one filled so much that you're not necessarily interested anymore. You were doing all these other things, and in the evening you
I
just
had a
return.
lot on my mind anyway. So.
Yeah, by the evening you just return to the to a inn where Drake is also staying. Mostly because it's convenient to at least have a couple
I'll
of you
just
close
walk
by.
in there with my mug while drinking, not ordering anything.
You know, as a rogue, I think it'd be wise not to show off your wealth.
Well, it's just a mug.
That everyone notices that you just seem to continuously drink from.
I'm just gonna take like three glasses, so I don't think anyone would notice.
Make
Maybe
a
not.
deception roll.
Sure.
Deception? Wouldn't that be more like a sleight of hand? Honestly?
Deception. He's
I
trying
think
to
deception,
set it
yeah.
off as.
It's not like he's trying to pretend that he's drinking, it's that he's keeping other people from noticing, and I don't see a roll.
Yeah, and I could. Yeah, I'm gonna roll now. What? I'm rolling like 20s at once.
So you're trying to hide it, but your actions are so obvious that everyone
he's hiding
notices.
He's Dolos, you are convinced that you have hidden it pretty well. A couple of times you walk to the bar, talk a little bit with the bartender, you know, actively acting out that you are ordering drinks and you just return.
So
look
I'm
a
going
little
to the
bit
bartender. Can you
around,
give me
drink a
some
bit.
nothing?
No, it's more like you speak with him. So if it's like it looks like you're ordering something, That's a little bit what you're doing. Then you stand around on the side.
Am I here, by the way, Wrath? Can I like?
you
Can
Are
I?
you
I,
paying attention?
I
to
would
this?
are
say-
in the same inn.
I would say I'd probably just be mulling my time in the lobby, just listening for news
Yeah,
and stuff.
listening to a little bit of people talking, listening to a little bit of the music that plays here.
Not talking yourself.
Do I hear anything interesting?
You don't seem to hear anything interesting right now.
By the way, are there
Do
people
I
playing chess?
see? I guess should I roll insight or is that perception good enough to see what Dolos is doing?
It's more insight. You're trying to pierce through his
Mind you, I
deception.
know that I can see he's holding the.
Yeah. So
Yeah, 23. So I see him doing this, and I'm just I can't remember. Do you speak Elvish?
I can speak Elfish.
Yeah, I say I don't know. Are we like sitting together? Are you avoiding me? What are you doing?
I'm just talking to lots of people around.
Or are you like gonna come down and sit with
Also
me at
checking
some
the
point?
pockets, maybe, but other than that, I'm just like talking to a bunch of people, I guess. Socialize.
So you would come down to him?
My connection gone.
No.
I hear
We
you.
can hear you.
Oh.
I'm saying is what I said was, are you going to like sit down with me at some point?
I guess, but I'm not gonna share what happened at the Thieves Guild. So
That's fine. I say in Elvish, you're not as good as deceiving people as you think. It's kind of obvious that you're,
No, it's not. That's not really it. It's not really obvious. If someone is paying attention, then they would
Yes.
see. But all in all, it's a pretty decent deception.
I mean, for someone who doesn't know what my mug is, he wouldn't know. I guess
I just
he
say,
wouldn't suspect anything.
if someone isn't continuously looking at you, then there's no real problem.
yeah. So
But
I'll
if
just,
someone is continuously looking at you, then there may be a little bit, this doesn't add up.
I'll just say I don't think it's a good idea to flaunt your wealth.
Well, you see me drink my cup and drink another one.
You just chug. 5 seconds later, chug.
Chug.
So, like a couple of minutes, you have been sitting there still. There is an interesting-looking gentleman coming up to you. And by interesting, I mean he really shows that he's there. It is fabulous.
Am I?
Could be a word for
Am
it.
I like at the church, just kind of
Yeah, I think
give it
right now
a
you're at the church.
impression or whatever?
I think
Okay.
you are at the church, yeah. So this man comes there, he sits next to you, and he looks at Dolos. He says, "Dear sir, I have seen you with this mug, and I find it to be a strikingly beautiful little thing."
It sure is.
Is it human?
This is a human, but
How tall?
Does he sound
170,
charismatic?
5. He sounds very charismatic.
I am very wary.
As if he is usually around people, that sort of
Alright.
guy. He's
Oh,
like
not
a
like
real,
untrusty, but
not necessarily untrusty. He's just he likes to be around people. He loves it. In fact, it's
and he likes to hear stories or those.
yeah.
kind of
He likes to
things.
hear stories.
Okay.
That's so, but also like he wants to be seen. He dresses as he wants to be seen. He wants to be important. That sort of thing.
He wants to impress.
Yeah.
So he wants my mug.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the
well.
insight for?
The inside is for the guy.
You basically get that picture from him.
Yeah. So
He's just-
Dolos. I look at Dolos and very, very not subtly roll my eyes.
Okay.
Like,
Make a
hey, I
perception
told
check.
you. Okay.
What? Are you gonna roll?
Wow.
Oh. Do
You
I
can see
roll?
you can see the man kind of look at you, and as you roll your eyes, and he just seems to look at Dolos again, kind of ignoring you, a little bit of ignoring, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
You can do an insight to see perhaps something, if you wish, but if you want to leave it there, you leave it there.
Well, he does.
He seems to take it as sort of insult.
I'm not doing it at him though. I'm doing it at Dolos.
Yeah, but he thinks you're doing it at him.
Yeah, because he...
But he also ignores it, you know?
Uh-huh.
Kind of like that.
Uh-huh.
So he's looking at Dolos like, do you want to sell it?
I'm sorry, I'm not interested in selling.
Ah, that's a shame. That's such a shame.
Yeah, it's a good mug, and I like it. And
Yeah.
I guess my friends like it too, so I won't be selling
Where
it.
can I get such a thing?
Well, you kind of have to dive into dangerous dungeons to just stumble upon it by accident.
You can kind of see the expression in his face change. Like, you're an adventurer.
Yeah. I kind of am, yeah.
And I mumble. I mumble with a very broad description of one.
So he is like, by now he was standing. So he kind of turns around. In his turn, he grabs a chair from the other table. He swings the chair below his own buttocks, sets himself down with his cape and all his jackets, or his jacket, and kind of cape thing all twirling around. With both of his hands, he sits on the table, and he supports his head with his hands, and he's looking at you, and it's like, tell me.
Well, gladly. Do I have to roll performance, by the way, for telling?
If you
people?
want to actually roll performance and be like, make it like an interesting story, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I'll be the straight man.
I'll just talk about the war in the north, how we experienced it.
You did it.
So I'll just roll.
Were you involved?
Charisma.
I think you did. You join us?
He wasn't involved.
Well, I said how we saw the war and stuff. Because
Were you with us? No, because
You weren't there.
I was there.
no, he was.
Yeah, where then? From what point?
Because he joined us after he joined us when Yuma was still around, right?
Yeah, I was still there.
Yeah.
But was it before or after the battle? Like the major
No,
city
because
battle?
I joined
No. So
when
Meriton was
dragon-
Meriton was not Dolos. We're talking about when we went up to the mountains.
Yeah, in the north, where the dwarves are.
Oh, that part. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna talk about.
Oh, okay. So make your roll.
Does
Your,
he get advantage because technically I'm there too?
Yeah,
not
you can
really,
confirm.
because from what I'm gathering from you, you do not want this in any way.
You really want to impress
Get it
yourself a
over
little
with.
bit too.
It's
No.
like I'd be like the straight man. So it's like whenever he says something like big, I kind of like blandly like give the actual facts.
Yeah, that'll tone it down a bit. So it
That
won't
would
really
give me a
help.
disadvantage.
So,
Fine.
roll normal.
You were
Alright.
surrounded on every side by mosquitoes.
By boredom.
At 14.
Alright, it's a pretty decent tale. The guy really looks at you. He reacts at the right moments. He has done this a lot of times. So he reacts at the right moments.
Does he look like he heard these stories before?
He has heard some sort of these stories before, yes. But he is still
Alright.
very interested. He asks questions about certain things. How much do you give away?
Like, what do you mean? What?
You went up north, you saw
not
the
gonna
draw
talk about,
move away, you moved in the...
Yeah, you don't
the
talk about,
entire
like,
dungeon
I'm not
the
over
gonna
there.
talk about Ty wanting to kill them and stuff.
You shouldn't
Alright,
talk
but
about
make
the
it-
wealth. You shouldn't talk about.
I'm not gonna talk about the rewards that we have. I just say we had some rewards and not be very specific about it.
Okay, so obviously one of his questions is, well, what type of rewards did you get? Did you get this mug from there?
Did I get what?
The mug.
Did you get the mug?
Oh, the mug? No, that's a whole different story.
Oh dear. Do I need to buy you a round of drinks?
No.
I think I cannot talk about this one. I'm sorry.
Oh, why not?
It's kind of a personal thing that we have.
Oh, I love personal stories.
Well, as you know, with personal stories, you cannot tell them to everybody.
No, but I'm not everybody.
No,
Just
you're
one
somebody,
person.
but
He's trying to persuade you.
well, I'm not gonna be persuaded. So
Show us a roll for persuasion.
yeah, show us the roll. What does he have? Charisma 5.
He has pretty good charisma. It's technically all he does. No, he's not really good. He's not persuading you. You stick to what you do.
He's like that used car salesman who's totally just trying to sell anything.
No, not necessarily.
He's a bit drunk.
He just doesn't find the right words to entice you. Really, that's it.
Okay.
Buy a round. He has a mug that can produce it for free.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
He doesn't know that.
Well, I kind of hinted to him like a round wouldn't be very useful for me.
Right, shame. But I like the story. It's a good story. You should work on it a little bit. Perhaps throw in a princess or something. That's always interesting.
Yeah,
Or,
maybe.
you know, a prince, and he gives you a slight wink.
Oh my god!
No thanks.
I want to insight check that.
Drake is aroused.
Like, is it a joke?
You are not certain. It could be a joke, it could not be a joke. It's like...
I
It's
want to
probably
insight
a
that
joke.
too. Insight is wisdom. There you go. Is it a joke?
This is more of the same love with you. It's like, it could be a joke. It comes off as a joke.
I'll just like awkwardly laugh.
And then when he says that though, I will mumble something like, yeah, I wish I'd had the opportunity to save a princess.
He actually hears that and he says, well, if you continue like this, you'll definitely find one.
Okay.
Beautiful
Sarcasm.
one, I bet. No, it's not sarcasm. He's really telling this. He's like, you'll find the most beautiful girl, but you'll have to continue. Because most quests don't really end in a beautiful girl. They just end in some monster ripping your face off.
Mm-hmm.
I do mention that he has a really hot aunt.
I can't. Okay.
Do tell me more.
Darn, I missed.
You
Actually,
tried to kick him.
it's a sneak attack under the table, so he doesn't see it coming. So advantage, and I rolled the same thing. So it doesn't matter. You just feel like I hit
So
the
you
table.
tried to kick him, but
I hit the.
Dolos, he knew what he knew his comment, and he knew what you may do, so he kind of
I
raised
expected
it.
it.
Yeah, you raised your feet, so you couldn't hit his feet
You just hear a quick kick.
against
on
the chair.
table or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. So he's like, "Well, are you going to tell me anything interesting?"
I'm
Or-
good at that. Maybe next time.
All right, I'll keep looking for you.
Sure.
If you ever want anything, if you want like clothing advice, or come by my shop.
Maybe
He-
I'll
He gives
consider
you
that.
He gives you directions to a shop.
He's a tailor?
He's a tailor.
Ah,
He's like, come
No
by my
wonder-
shop, and
so
I'll
he could
give
be
you
gay.
beautiful clothes.
Really?
anyway, I'll say I'll think about it.
All right, that's good. He then says, "Well, thank you for the story. I'll see if anyone else is, I don't know, telling something."
All right.
He
See you
kind
later.
of walks off, and you can see him sit around with a different group. These people, you can see him set his chair down. That he just brings it with him, and he sets it down there, sits near the group, and the group is immediately like, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" So,
What's that?
he's known here,
Yeah, it seems.
Obviously.
and that is the final thing that happens this evening and this session.
All right.
Okay.
Does anything
You don't
else
want me to
happen for
roll?
the week?
I'd say we'll keep it open for now.
Okay. I really want to fight something now that I'm level 7.
Me too.
I want to fight someone so I get to level 7.
Don't worry.
Maybe
fighting
that'll
will be
happen.
done.
How much more XP do you need?
2k, you said?
2k, yeah.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I don't think it'll
Well,
happen until after the
1,700.
werewolves.
Yeah.
Depends. Depends on what you will do first, second, third, whatever.
Yeah. If we go to Tim first or... No.
By the way, it's. I don't. Yeah.
Tim is
There's
between
no real
Meriton and
quick
Amita
way.
last time I remember.
There's no real quick way to go anywhere right now. So
Are we gonna
You-
do anything about the tower? You know, get deeds for it or something?
We
Or
could ask
check
about
out?
it.
Yeah.
We'll just say, before you forget Wrath, I guess I would ask about it.
we'll do that next time.
Okay.
Alright.
To remember. So the first time was shopping day. So next day could be like information gathering a little bit, and then who knows?
Okay. Did you want me to like?
Can I roll to see how things went at the church? Just for fun.
Yeah, do you get mentioned?
Oh yes. You don't necessarily ask this day. You come to the church late and kind of immediately go to bed. We'll do that later as well.
Wait. You're talking about Dolos
Now about you.
or me?
Or what happens in the church? Or what may
Well,
have happened? You just arrive later in the evening,
Well, no,
and then
Okay. So this is the same day after the. Okay.
yeah, this is
I thought
literally
this
the
was the
same day.
next day.
So next day you
Okay.
can also do the church,
Gotcha.
like ask
okay.
around. See
Okay.
what happened?
Do my sermon thingy.
Yeah. That's about it.